Hellos, I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot, and this is your reading for March 2025, and the few days left of February as well. We'll include those. As always, if anything I say resonates or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Let's get on with your reading. What's happening for the beautiful Leos this month and a bit? Firstly, you have Justice. Oof, that feels big. What's going on? What's happening for Leo? The High Priestess. 2 Mages already. The Artist, that's another major in this card deck. The Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups fell out together. So as always, I'll talk you through these cards first and then clarify and get more out of them. The interesting thing here is you have 2 Mages, you have 2 Aces, and in the middle you have the Artist, which is like an extra bonus card that this specific deck has. So you've got big things going on. This is very intriguing. Justice card first. Divine justice, fairness, something is going your way. If you are in any legal matters this month, you're going to win them. They're going to turn out fair in your favour. Others of you, this could be about signing a contract, whether that be about a job, a house, a home loan, or I don't know why I'm getting signatures are important for some reason this month. So maybe you want to get someone's signature, or someone's going to ask for yours, or like I don't know, signatures. For some reason, maybe you're getting a new signature and you're figuring like a really pretty one out. I don't know, signature. Or like you're figuring out your signature thing that makes you you. Also, for some reason, like, because with Justice, I don't know why I'm getting like a birth certificate. And there's just something unique about you're finding, and no one is you. And that is your power. I felt the need to finish that off. No one is you and that is your power. I love that so much. High Priestess. Very intuitive. You already know you're intuitive, you already know you're psychic, you already know you're tapped in and turned on. However, this month is very prominent with that. You might be noticing certain synchronicities, certain downloads happening very quickly, or there could just be more. I don't know why I'm getting you might be slightly overwhelmed because there's going to be a lot more coming in. And don't, some of you, write it down please. If this is a psychic, like, what's it called? I should know this word. If it's like a premonition or something, write it down. If you have no idea if it's going to happen, write it down. Because some of you, I'm getting the word anxiety, and I feel like there's some things that you're confusing for anxiety that are actually just, or this could be the opposite way around, where you think either you're having a psychic thing and it's genuinely just anxiety, or it's flipped around and you think you're anxious about something and you're like, why am I worrying about this? This is so specific, this is so random, why am I worrying about blah 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 in his car, whatever it may be. Write it down, message that person. If nothing comes of it, good, right? If it's something you're worried about. But a lot of you, it feels like anxiety, but it's actually you seeing something coming before it happens in order to be able to warn someone. And you're going to be able, because I'm thinking write it down as in a book, but maybe some of you write it down as in symbolic for send a message. Put it down in paper, put it in writing, send it to someone, tell someone about it. Rather than worry about it, say, hey, I had this random feeling. Or if you don't want to sound like nuts, if this person isn't into like psychic stuff, you could maybe even say, well, I had a dream that this happened. Have you sorted this thing out? Are you sure you're like, I had a dream that your brakes weren't working on your car. Have you had them checked? I don't know, there's something though, there's something you're worried about randomly. It's your intuition. The Artist card here, there's something, I'm getting the word illusion. But this is usually inspiration. This is usually you being, figuring out like a plan, coming up, like designing something. Obviously very literal term, like, because it's the Artist, but you're conjuring up. I'm feeling like the number 3 is significant for some reason, but you're figuring out different options, different plans. If this is about, for example, how you look, and you want to change your hair. It's almost like you're mocking up 3 different Photoshop photos of yourself. You're like, do I suit red hair? Do I suit brunette? And like you've got the 3 options to choose from. Others of you, this could be like a house, and you're like, oh, I kind of want a grey colour scheme. I kind of want a green colour scheme also though. I kind of want purple. Like there's something that you have 3 options that's coming through so strongly. And if you're indecisive, see them through, design them, come up with them, and then look at them and go, yeah, you'll know once you can see them all laid out in front of you. There's a need to put something down on paper though. And some of you, obviously that's not about house or hair colour. It's about, I don't know what it is specifically, but once you see it on paper, it's going to help. With the Justice card here, I'm feeling like some of you, this could be about names. If you're coming up with baby names or pet names and you're like, well, that doesn't go with the other ones. I don't know why I'm getting Delilah come through. Delilah. But if you're writing down names, you're going to see which ones look good with the others. It's going to stand out in bold to you. There's something about putting something down on paper, and that's interesting because I also said with the High Priestess, put something down on paper. It's very, very significant for some reason. Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Ace of Pentacles is a new opportunity coming through. It's a new chance, but it's also only little. It's like a seed being planted, so it will look small to begin with because you have to water it, right? The grass is greener where you water it, and that's definitely this. There's an opportunity coming in. You're not like, if someone else was given this opportunity with the exact same amount of time, the exact same amount of skill level and knowledge as you, how would you treat it? Would you go, yeah, I can do a better job? Like almost competitive. Like if it's you against you, but also I feel like there's something where you're going to see your full potential bloom a bit more if you go, imagine someone else sitting right next to you with the exact same amount of skill, creating something more. Like, you know you can do more. I don't know what this is about. This is work, this is career, this is a new job, this is a new like business you're starting. It feels crafty also, some of you, because of those hands. Like some of you, I'm just getting sculpting or something, right? Like molding, or the hands are significant. Ace of Cups also, new love or a healing of a current love or relationship that you're in. Others of you, if you're completely single, I was going to say this can also be a baby coming into your life. If you're completely single, I mean, it still can be, but it doesn't actually have to be your baby. There's a baby coming into your life. There's a soul. There's a new soul coming in. Whether that's you, whether that's your own, or whether it's one that will be like yours, that you will treat as your own, I'm not sure, but there's love that you will get to pour into someone very soon. Clarify the Justice card. You have the Hermit. Some of you, you're allowed to isolate. Let yourself isolate. Let yourself pull back. Let yourself decline that invitation. I don't usually say this. I usually say do the opposite. But there's something with the Hermit and Justice where it seems divinely guided and fair, and you know if this is for you. Others of you, if you're already isolating and pulling back from everyone, not your message. It's those of you where you're like, okay, it's time, I need a break. I need a break. I've been socializing way too much. I need to pull back. Now, with Justice being balance, those of you that are isolating a lot, I feel like that Justice card that's now going to be balanced out. And if you're not socializing very much, you're about to be thrust into the world again a little bit more. Take it as it resonates, because that can go either way. Clarifying the High Priestess. You have the Knight of Wands. Some of you, there's an energy around you. For some reason, you or your friend, Knight of Wands is like a player energy. Some of you, Knight of Wands is very playery, but he's also very passionate. He's also very like lust-filled, but also very fiery and also very like determined. So whatever this is about with the High Priestess, some of you have a feeling about someone. You've recently met this person, or you're going to meet them very soon, and you have a strange feeling about them. with the High Priestess, like, you don't know why, if this is like you don't like them or something, you're like, I don't know why I don't like them, but I just know I don't like them. And like, it's one of those things where you're like, I'm not sure what it is, but I'm gonna figure it out. I just get an off vibe from that person. That's someone, like a new friend or a friend of a friend that's coming into your life where you're like, I'm gonna try my best to never be in the same room as you again. Like, I don't know who that is. Clarify the Artist card. The Eight of Pentacles and the Sun and the Hanged Man all just came out. There's a lot of joy, there's a lot of, I feel like there's a lot of good work you're doing, but the thing is, it's very rare that work that is done so hard and meticulously as the Eight of Pentacles is enjoyed. So it's very beautiful. Whatever you're working on this month, you're working on something, you're crafting something, creating something, inspired to design and draw up plans for something. It's making you very happy. I feel like some of you might discover a very exciting new passion. Knight of Wands next to this. You could be very passionate towards a new career, a new hobby. There's a lot of joy coming from it. It could be brand new. It could be something, especially if you're someone that has like 100 hobbies already and you're trying to kind of simplify your life and you're trying to like nestle down into one specific zone and focus on it. It's almost like you're going to be annoyed because there's another new hobby coming in. You're suddenly like, I want to know how to crochet, and you're like, oh no, I can't do that. I've got 100 different unfinished projects. I shouldn't do that. Whatever it is, for some reason you decide, well, I'm gonna try it anyway. And I don't know why, I feel like this is very good for you. With the Hanged Man, it's gonna open your eyes to something. Some of you, it's something you have known about but haven't tried because you were like, that's not for me. What, crocheting? That's for old people. I don't know, there's something where you haven't tried one particular hobby but you've tried every other one, and then you're like, okay, well I might as well give karate a go. Maybe it's that, and you're like, And then with the Sun, I just feel like there's so much joy and so much work put into it, and then but also like that feeling of at the end of the day when you've worked really hard, you can go, oh my gosh, like you feel so satisfied with yourself and so proud of yourself. It's really rewarding. Clarifying the Ace of Pentacles. Some of you are simply working on your happiness. And happiness shouldn't be something you have to work on, but it's more like you're prioritizing it. You're prioritizing that being your goal. If you have multiple choices you have to make throughout the day, instead of going by what's going to make everyone else in this house happy, you're going, what's going to make me happy? Because if I'm happy, everyone else is going to be more happy. And then also they'll do what makes them happy. It's not my job to choose what makes them happy because they might not even be happy. I have to make myself happy and they can follow in my lead, in my footsteps. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Star. The Star is healing. I feel like a lot of you are healing your ability to enjoy your life. That sounds so deep, but some of you, you've been living but you haven't been living. Like you've been living but you haven't been in the moment. You've been constantly thinking forward, what's going to happen next. How can you make the most of the next moment? Planning. How can you be working harder? How can you make more money? How can you be more successful? What will you do? And it's all future tense. And there's something with the Star and the Sun. Both of these obviously are stars, right? And with the Ace of Pentacles, I just feel as if you're really healing your ability to enjoy your moments as much as possible. Instead of thinking about the future, you're here in the now. Ace of Pentacles, like, Pentacles is very grounding when you think about it, especially the Ace. It's a seed being planted. I feel like you might be planting yourself and going, well, I do want all these things in the future. I do want to focus on the future and getting the most out of it. But the way I'll do that is by focusing on me right in this moment. I'm focusing on what's going to make me happy right in this moment. And also like something about putting in good habits right in this moment as well. Like choosing things that will make you, like investing in yourself, but in your choices, if that makes sense. Some of you, that's like healthier choices, whether it be in fitness, whether it be in diet, whether it be in I mean, I shouldn't say diet, because I feel like diet can be misleading. Whether it be fitness or nutrition, whatever it may be, you're focusing on like planting positive seeds for the future, and your choice is like, is that going to make me feel good today? Or is that going to make, like, in this moment? Or is that going to make me feel good after I've had it? Like, whatever this, like, it's very much planting a seed, and your choices are based on the tree that will grow from it, and not how that seed's gonna feel right now. Because really, that seed being planted isn't gonna feel good. It's buried, it's in the dark, it doesn't see any growth, but it will in a few weeks. Clarify the Ace of Cups. You have the Magician. Are you manifesting love? Are you manifesting a baby? Are you manifesting a soulmate? Are you manifesting healing in your relationship? You do have the Star, which is major healing. You have the Ace of Cups, which is healing. And you have the Four of Swords underneath the deck to ground the whole reading, which is healing. So you have a lot of healing happening. And also the Sun, for me as a reader, is a huge healer. If any of the other cards, this one, it heals you. And I feel like some of you are getting your spark and your warmth back for life, like your zest back, silly as that may sound. You might have lost your zest or your spark for a second, and it's coming back and it's healing. And with that, I feel like some of you, it's like, I don't know, I'm getting the word purpose. Your purpose. You've found your purpose, and some of you, that is a baby, or it is a new soul coming into your life and looking after them, or looking after people in general. Some of you, it's like, you know, that's what you enjoy, or what gives you, like, that's what keeps you going, and so you're going, that is what drives me, is looking out for people. How can I spend more of my time doing that? And there's manifesting, like, you're aware of your own power to manipulate your circumstances energetically into better ones. I'm going to wrap your reading up here. Sorry that was abrupt. If anything I say resonated, or you feel it will in the future, because obviously it's not happened yet, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Tale Tarot Tuesdays.